friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Wendy and this is my mobile home sweet home. Today I am going to tackle my china cabinet. I actually had a conversation today with my oldest and dearest friend. We've actually known each other since the third grade. True story. All the beauty of a small town. But we were talking about stuff like this. Her mother just recently passed away, and her dad's been gone for a couple years now. And so they're actually getting ready to do an estate sale. And so we were just talking about, people wandering through your house. After you're dead, you're not going to care, of course, but it's just kind of an unsettling feeling, and it just made me think about all these things in here that I have hung on to and carted with me every time I moved. And I've had them, most of them I've had for a long time. And I know that this style of furniture and the things I have inside of that, those aren't my children's taste. They don't like antiques and the old, glassware and things like that I really love. I love glassware. And so, but then I thought, it's just stuff. It really doesn't matter. I just I just would hate to see this china cabinet go to a stranger. Um, and like I said, I know it doesn't matter in the end. It doesn't matter. But it just kills me to think that someone would get this and paint it. I swear, whoever you are, I will haunt you. Just kidding. But, it's just a fact of life. When you die, your family gets rid of your stuff. They keep what they want out of it, and then the rest of it goes one way or another. And, you know, you just have to let go of it because, in the end, like I said, it doesn't matter. But while I'm here, I'm going to continue to enjoy my china cabinet and the things that are inside. Some of them are family heirlooms, some are just things I've had, for 20 years or so, some things longer. But I'm going to go through, and this is part of my spring cleaning, so to speak. I was noticing that things are starting to look a little dusty in there. So while I wipe everything down and clean it off, I thought I would share with you the things that I have acquired over the course of my life. So I think we'll start first by, let me move my table out of the way a little bit. I'll start first by showing you the entire china cabinet. Okay, so if I get close up, then it's, it's so hard just using my phone to film with because I'm limited on the shots I can get. But, so please forgive me, I'm trying. I need to get a new tripod because this thing is on its last leg. And then, as you can see, there are the drawers. It's got beautiful detail work and those curved drawer fronts. I just love them so much. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is. My mom says it's cherry wood, or no, excuse me. She said it's rosewood. I don't know that there is such a thing as rosewood, but I don't know. And I guess it really doesn't matter, but I do like the darker wood on furniture, pieces of furniture. I don't care for the real light colored, ambery blonde tone wood. I like the dark wood the best. That's just really my favorite. So anyway, I'm going to open it up and start hauling stuff out. So hang on just a minute while I get repositioned. Okay, up a little closer. So anyway, the way this cabinet, it's I have to be really careful when I open it like that because it kind of, oops, that's the chandelier. It's got the way it closes, I don't think you can see, but there's this little ball here it's spring loaded supposedly, and then there's a hole in the top of the door that fits into when you close it. So I have to be really careful with it, but it always makes me just a little nervous when I pop that door open. Oops, I did it again. Good grief. Yeah, it's a wonder that I've held on to this long and haven't broken it. So we'll just start on the top shelf. I've got a bowl of hot soapy water here that I'm going to use to wipe things down. Let's see. The first thing back here is this candelabra that my dear friend across the street gave me. I don't think you can see it. And it's not, oops, crack, crack, crack. She found it at a garage sale, and she knows I love stuff like this, so she picked it up for me. And I really do love it, even though it's not, like I said, a family heirloom or anything, but I just think it's really pretty, and I love stuff like this. My kids call it my old lady stuff. I have 3 adult daughters, and they all have different tastes, and none of them, like I said, like antiques. So I guess when the time comes, they can just have themselves a big old estate sale, and yeah. Gee, there's a cheery thought. But yeah, it's amazing how things still get so dusty, even though they're closed up inside the china cabinet, but it's not exactly airtight. So, oops, so dust is, oh dear, I just pulled that off. My cloth got caught in it. Uh-oh. Nice job there, Wendy. Okay, I had a little malfunction there with the candelabra. Oh, and this pretty little silver cup is a baby cup that was given to me, or my baby girl, my middle daughter when she was born. And I I got the silver polish out and cleaned it up not too long ago, but I couldn't get it to be completely tarnish free. It's got spots, on the back you can probably see, but just from age. She's 38, so yeah, had that a long time. And these little salt and pepper shakers were just a gift from my neighbor across the street, but I just think they're really cute, just kind of little elegant mini salt and pepper shakers. And this, I'm sure some of you at least, if not all of you, recall Princess House Crystal. This was a big thing in the 80s, and it was a home party kind of thing, one of those kind of deals where someone would host a party, and whoever was selling it came and did their thing, and you could, of course, buy pieces of crystal. And I have this ice bucket that I did not buy. This, somebody gave it to me, and I'll be darned if I can remember who it was. Oh, geez. Real nice. But I do love it nonetheless. And it didn't come with tongs, so I just got these little plastic ones at the dollar store, and I just leave them sitting inside of it just because, I guess. Now these little guys are an Easter decoration, obviously. And I bought these at my favorite little store, my favorite little gift shop right here in my hometown. I just thought these were the cutest thing, and they were on sale that year, so I got a really good deal on them. I just really like them. And then the set of 4 glasses, here's 2 of them. My mom has had these since I was a little kid, And they were a gift to her from her sister. And it's so funny because when I was a kid, I remember, mom having these, and we were never to touch them, and we didn't. And in fact, I don't remember anybody ever using them. I don't remember ever seeing anyone take a drink out of them. I'm sure at the time they were quite expensive, but they're really beautiful, as you can see. But I have 4 of those. And then this is the sugar and creamer in a little tiny serving platter that goes to my china. I actually collect sugar and creamers, and oh my gosh, I see them and I just can't resist. I love those things. And then this beautiful plate, this was given to me by a friend who's gone now. I just absolutely love this. I think it is so beautiful. Yeah. The woman that had it, that was a friend of my neighbor that lived across the street before my current friend lived there. Anyway, her friend had an antique store at one point during in the day. Set that aside. And so, man, oh man, you should see the stuff she has. Oh my gosh. Just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'll just give this. And this is obvious what this is. It's not mine. I actually don't drink. But this is a bottle of wine from a local winery here, the Westport Winery. And it belongs to my daughter, one of my daughters. The one that lives in Texas. When she was up here visiting a couple times ago, either someone gave it to her or she bought it. And she just asked me to hang on to it for her so that the next time she was here, she could have a glass of it. And of course, we both completely forgot about it the last time she was here. But, it doesn't matter. It's wine. It's supposed to sit and age, right? And then right here is another sugar and creamer set. And these obviously go to a set of china. Not my china. I bought these at a flea market sale, and somebody had put little succulents in them, had planted them with that. And I took the plants out and repotted them, and just, of course, kept the sugar and creamer because I love those things. But I just had them sitting on this little handkerchief. And then this set of wine glasses that's up here. I've had these, oh gosh, many, many years. It was a set of 8. They are now a set of 7. You know what that means. Yeah, it got broke, and it was me that did it. It was my fault. So I can't even blame that on anybody else. Okay, got those all dusted. Try putting them in like that. I think that looks a little bit better. Oh my gosh, I haven't done this in quite a while. I'm surprised that everything isn't more dusty than it is. So I guess it must be somewhat closed up good and sort of tight. Oh, I just love my china. I've had that china. My grandmother gave it to me, and at one point in time when my kids were little, that was the only dishes I had at one time. So we used them for our everyday dishes, and thank God nothing got broke. But we were just careful with them, and even though the kids were little, they did really well. No one ever went and tossed a plate in the sink after dinner and broke it, but they knew they were special and that they had to be kind of careful. But what good is it to have this stuff if you never use it? I don't want to use it for everyday use, and quite frankly, with it just being me, I don't really, wouldn't really need to do that. But, if you have these things, and yes, there's some things you probably wouldn't want to use very often and take a chance of it getting broke. But, I like to use this stuff if the opportunity ever presents itself. Uh-oh, okay, I gotta. And it's funny, I take stuff out and then I can't remember how the heck I had it arranged. Ooh, careful, careful, careful. I'll just move you forward a little bit. Okay, there's that. Then the second row, this is one of my favorites of my sugar and creamers. It's not the favorite, but it's pretty darn close. I had just had these out and wiped them down the other day. This darling little set, sugar and creamer set. I just love the little purple violets or whatever they are on the front. I just absolutely love them. And I think this little sugar bowl is just adorable. I love it. Almost makes me want to drink tea, but not quite. I am not a tea drinker. And it was really weird because I found this little platter. I found this in the Goodwill last year, I think, or something. And it matches that sugar and creamer set exactly. But this is clearly just a, serving platter of some sort. But I just set that sugar and creamer on it, and it just goes together so well. But yeah, I always got my eyes open for a set of sugar and creamers, sugars and creamers. This little pitcher, this little lead crystal pitcher, I'm sure went to a sugar and creamer set, and I never have had the sugar bowl, just this little creamer. But this was my sister that's gone now. This was hers, so I just couldn't bear to part with it. So even though I don't have the sugar bowl, I'm still going to hang on to that creamer. And this sugar and creamer set, oops, I think you can see that they're pink, and they are depression glass. I just love them. I think they are so beautiful. A lot of this stuff I'll wipe down off camera, so you don't have to sit here and watch me take 10 years to dust everything inside the china cabinet. But yeah, this is the soup tureen to my china. I did look online once to see if I could find this pattern, because I worry, if something like that got broke, would I be able to replace it? And I was able to find the pattern online. There's a website, I'm sure you probably already know this, but there's a website, and they have probably every kind of china you could imagine on there. So if you need to replace any pieces, they let you buy it by the piece. You don't have to buy it the entire set. So it's nice if you have a broken plate, or or something, a cup, one of the little cups. Be nice to be able to replace it. Now this sugar and creamer is my number one absolute favorite. I don't know if you can really tell or not, but it's clear glass, but they're so old that they've begun to turn color they have a lavender kind of hue to them, and it's just gorgeous. I absolutely love these. My mom got those when I was a little kid, gosh, under 10 years old. I know I was, maybe 8, 9, something like that, if not younger. We went to Idaho to visit family, and while we were there, we went to Idaho City, which is just a little blink and you miss it kind of place. It's just like stepping back in time going there. It's really cool. It's even got the old cemetery and just all kinds of stuff. But there's an antique shop there at the time, probably still is. I don't know. But there, my mom wanted to go in this antique shop while we were there, and she bought this sugar and creamer there. So she's had it, you know, for many, many, many years. And I always just, oh, really admired it. And finally, one year on my birthday, I think it was when I turned 50, she gave these to me for my birthday. And I was absolutely thrilled. I love getting stuff like that. Oh, for a birthday gift or whatever. If you have something that you want to kind of pass on and share with somebody, that's a great way to do it. Give it to them as a gift, a birthday gift or whatever, if it's appropriate, depending on what you're giving away. But gifts like that just mean so much to me. And this is just a pretty white glass bowl. I just got this at the Goodwill 6 months ago, I think. Yeah. Let's see if I can get it back in here without a catastrophe. There's on the second shelf, there's ridges there to prop dishes up into. And this is the gravy boat and a serving bowl to my china. Running out of room to set things. Oh, I didn't put that plate back up on the top shelf in there. I'm going to do that right now before I forget. I know, right? Me forget something? What the heck am I thinking of? Yeah. What am I thinking of? That's for sure. Oops. Darn it. Okay. There we go. This always kind of wants to tilt to one side, so it's kind of a precarious thing. Sorry about that. It sounded worse than it was. It drives me crazy because it's off kilter there. It's kind of cockeyed, but because of the ridges in it, you can't prop it on that area. You have to do it there where they'll support the plate. So it's a little crooked, but that's okay. I'm not going to let it bother me. Oh, gosh. It's nice to have things that, have been in your family for a long time. I actually think, and I'm ashamed to say, I can't remember. Gosh, that's so frustrating. But I think, if I remember correctly, that depression glass, that pink sugar and creamer, I'm pretty sure that was my sister's also. Anyway, try to remember how I had this. There we go. It's kind of running out of room. Oh yes, the candlesticks. These crystal candlesticks, man, these are so heavy. They could be a deadly weapon if you needed to defend yourself while you're at Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, you'd pop somebody in the head with one of those and they'd know you were making a statement. Whoa. Gosh, I'm like a bull in a china closet, as my grandma would say. All right. Okay, now down here, other than that sugar and creamer being my very, 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 very favorite thing of my stuff in here, actually, I think this piece comes in before the sugar and creamer. This is the last remaining pieces of a great great aunt's wedding dishes. And I just think they are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, wait, there's the... Oh, okay, yeah, you can see maybe the gold design that goes all around. It's not showing up very good. There you go. And then the cup. Oh my gosh. Oh, can you imagine having a whole set of this? Oh, wow. That would really be something. Very, very beautiful. I know that is well over 100 years old. So, and then this sugar and creamer, these belong to a relative that has since passed away. I think that red ruby or whatever you'd call it. Isn't that just gorgeous? They are really beautiful. I don't know if the camera is really doing them justice, but they really are a beautiful set. I wish I had a better place to display them so that they weren't just kind of, they're really inconspicuous back there. So I think I'm going to set them here alongside the plates. Now I'm not going to take the plates out. I actually cleaned this bottom shelf of stuff. I had these out the other day. Oops. Now this set of candlesticks, I don't know who they belong to. They were at my dad's house when he passed away and we were cleaning out his belongings. This set, there's two of them, of these double candle holders. Oh, I just love them. They were down underneath in the hutch, and I just assumed they were my mom's, but she said, nope, never seen them before. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're mine now. That's one thing about my sister. She doesn't care about stuff like this. It's just not her thing. I don't think she's much of a fan of antiques. And with me, if that's all I had in the house for furniture, I'd be very happy. You guys, I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, have certain pieces of either glassware or other things that are really precious to you that have maybe been in your family for a long time or were given to you by someone that's special to you. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what it is that you have that's so special to you. I love hearing about stuff like that. I really, really love this stuff. Now this white bowl with the rooster on it, I thought this was so cute. Again, I got it at Goodwill. So it's not, it doesn't have any markings or stamp or anything underneath of it on the bottom. So I don't know the age of it or where it came from. It was at Goodwill and now it's mine. And these really pretty cloth napkins. I'll take the top one off and show you. I got these at kind of a rummage sale kind of deal. And I just thought they were so beautiful. They have that little teacup stitched in the corner of each one. And they have just that pretty little edge around them. And there's only 5 of them, which drives me nuts because it's not an even number. It's dumb stuff like that that just drives me crazy. But honestly, it doesn't matter because I would never use them or allow anybody to use them because I don't want somebody wiping spaghetti off their face with one of my white linen napkins. That sounded bad, didn't it? I'm sorry. Anyway, the rest of this, like I said, is just my china. And there is one last piece here that I want to share with you. This is a cake plate, and I bought this at the Goodwill too. And I think it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's heavy. It's a quality piece with the flowers etched in there and then this pretty edging on it. I think it's just really gorgeous. And I got it at the Goodwill, so I didn't pay, it didn't cost me all that much. I wouldn't have bought it if it was too expensive. But that's one thing that I've noticed about the Goodwill anymore is that their stuff can be very expensive, and it's kept me from buying a lot of things in there because I just don't think it's right to charge, $6, $7 for two teacups. I mean, it's the goodwill. I don't know. Maybe I don't know that it was teacups. Whatever it was, I was looking at in there one day, and it just had a ridiculous price on it. And I'm not against, paying for what I get in there. I don't begrudge them that, because I think they do a lot of good, and they employ people that are disabled sometimes, some of their employees, and they, give them jobs and that. And I think that's really a wonderful thing. So I don't mind supporting that, the goodwill, but just sometimes their prices are pretty high. But, they have expenses too. Everything is expensive anymore. And, you know, the cost of operation has gone up with everything else. So there you go. But anyway, Jax, get down. Sorry. Anyway, that's it for my china cabinet review. Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. I forgot to show you this sugar and creamer. I just got it. My mom just gave it to me, so it's clean. I just cleaned it off when I brought it home because she'd had it up in a cupboard or whatever. It's this sugar and creamer, and I think they are just absolutely gorgeous. A gal that she was friends with made these, I guess, in ceramics, and I usually you can kind of tell when you see something, you can kind of tell that someone made it. And but this set, I couldn't tell. I was shocked when she told me that that lady had actually made those. So I'm of course thrilled to have them. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit of, yeah, nothing. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed this, looking at my pretty pieces of glassware. And I just like to show them to someone that maybe is interest can appreciate them for what they are, because like I said, my daughters could care less about this old lady stuff, as they call it. They weren't rude about it. But I know that this stuff is not to their taste, and that's okay. Everybody's got different tastes, so I'll just enjoy it as long as I am here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really love you guys so much, and I am so grateful for all of you that stop by, whether you're already a subscriber or you just happen to run across this video. I'm so happy to have you here, and I thank you truly from my heart. I thank you. But anyway, I hope you have a fantastic day, and that I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.